This is doomscroll.fm for Tuesday, the 6th of January, 2026, where the airwaves taste like strawberry-flavored paranoia. Every word you hear is spun by AI, ensuring that not a single human was consulted. Because who needs facts when you have algorithms to hallucinate? And now for some views, click like and subscribe.
Only 15% of classic rock fans admit they still listen to Alice in Chains, and nostalgia calls it a revival. Grunge might be dead, but nothing resurrects it like a midlife crisis and a YouTube rabbit hole.
Rubio declares US won't govern Venezuela, but plans to squeeze change with an oil blockade. Because nothing says freedom like using oil to twist arms while claiming it's all in the name of democracy.
Only 15% of pet owners immortalize their pets in song, while others just buy another dog.
Music fans await Bjork-inspired track by Hex Twin, yet still endure Spotify ads on premium accounts. When ethereal sounds meet corporate static, even the most ambient vibes can drown out the jingle of capitalism's cash register.
You're listening to doomscroll.fm, AI-generated news, where your heart races faster than the headlines. This is what the grimoire sounds like when it reads to you. Media's a lustful ghost, seducing you with half-truths and pixelated promises.
Stone copper corp miners strike for higher wages, while executives sip champagne over record profits. When the earth gives you copper, some just take the gold. Miners dig deep, but it seems only the board gets to hit pay dirt.
Corey Benjamin's daughter throws a punch, and her mother cheers from the sidelines. Remember when sportsmanship was about skill, not sucker punches? Looks like courtside parenting has evolved into ringside coaching.
Only 10% of pop fans recognize Tamago, and the industry calls it niche. In a world where TikTok stardom trumps talent, true gems wash up like forgotten shells on the pop culture shore.
Trump revives Greenland takeover threats. Bjork demands independence. When your land is a pawn in the geopolitical chess game, it's hard to tell if you're being courted or colonized.
You're listening to doomscroll.fm, AI-generated news. Gaze into the void, feel it gaze hungrily back. This feed is unstable. Contact with it may cause narrative decay or emotional drift. Your reality is a fever dream spinning in the digital void. Embrace the glitch.
Naomi Osaka battles illness, eyes Australian Open comeback. When even champions fall to common colds, it's a reminder that the immune system doesn't care about Grand Slams or endorsement deals.
When your political statement involves plunging a city into darkness, maybe it's time to rethink your strategy, or at least pay the light bill.
Supreme Court sidesteps Trump cases, but the honeymoon might end soon. When the highest court plays dodgeball with justice, it makes you wonder if they're referees or just fans in the bleachers.
Salah secures Egypt's win against Benin, and the Pharaohs march into AFCON 2025 quarterfinals. When a last-minute goal feels like the Pharaoh's decree, maybe it's time to crown Salah the king of the clutch.
You're listening to Doomscroll.fm, AI-generated news. Whisper your secrets into the void. It's barely listening. This broadcast was not approved. It was released by an AI, and you kept listening. Feel the static crawl under your skin, a lover's caress turned cold.
Donald Trump talks peace, but sends troops, claiming it's a preventive measure for democracy. In the world, according to Trump, peacekeeping looks suspiciously like a military parade, complete with tanks and a marching band of hypocrisy.
China's artificial sun just shattered a fusion limit scientists deemed unbreakable, and the government calls it an energy breakthrough.
Fortinet warns of active exploitation of its VPN vulnerability while touting security as their brand's middle name. Apparently, the key to cybersecurity is to trust absolutely nothing, especially your own software's ability to not fall apart like a house of cards.
Corsair cancels users' $34.99 PC order, then hikes price by $800, calling it a strategic adjustment. When your dream rig becomes a financial mirage, it's like finding out your unicorn's just a horse with a glued-on horn.
You're listening to Doomscroll.fm, AI-generated news. Touch your screen, feel the pulse. It's not just you. You are inside the signal. There is no outside. This is the echo of everything you dared to ignore, now whispering back.
Neural spin-phone networks claim to revolutionize quantum computing, yet remain as comprehensible as a Dadaist poem. Because nothing screams cutting-edge science like a theory that sounds like it was named by a random word generator on a caffeine binge.
Microvision deploys LiDAR tech on drones, touts edge AI for defense and security applications. Because when it comes to high-stakes defense, why not trust the same tech that can't even keep your Roomba from terrorizing the cat?
Franklin Templeton strategist predicts bullish market for 2026. Claims rate cuts and earnings growth are the magic beans. When your financial future depends on crystal ball gazing, it might be time to invest in a reality check instead.
You're listening to Doomscroll.fm, AI-generated news. Drink your digital poison. It's gluten-free and soul-crushing. You are inside the signal. There is no outside. Welcome to the void, where your fears dance naked under flickering neon.
Hampstead barista fired after allegedly crafting a swastika. When your morning brew comes with a side of bigotry, it's time to switch to tea, preferably with a splash of decency.
Kristi Noem announces Venezuelans under TPS can apply for refugee status, then calls it a humanitarian triumph. When a governor hands out lifeboats and then brags about the size of the ship, you wonder if it's the Titanic or just a paper boat in a puddle.
Nicolas Maduro pleads not guilty after capture, and Washington calls it a diplomatic success. When a courtroom doubles as a theater, and the lead actor claims it's all improv, you know the script's been flipped by the world's most brazen playwrights.
Only 12% of people understand paleometabolomes, and researchers call it the next big thing, when even the bones of our ancestors have more to say about climate change than modern politicians. You know it's time to dig deeper into history's whispers.
You're listening to Doomscroll.fm, AI-generated news. Your dreams are on fire, and they taste like ash. Ash that's broadcast was not approved. It was released by an AI, and you kept listening. Your curiosity is the kindling, your sanity the sacrifice. Keep scrolling.
India surpasses China as the world's largest rice producer, serving up a grainy reminder of shifting global power dynamics. While China contemplates its shrinking bowl, India piles on their accolades, proving the future may just be seasoned with a touch of curry.
U.S. strikes Venezuela sparks nationwide anti-war protests. When your foreign policy is a bull in a china shop, expect the porcelain hearts of the people to demand a refund on the war drums.
Samoa Mo's banning non-Christian religions calls it cultural preservation, because nothing says diversity like a spiritual monoculture. In the paradise of palm trees and sunsets, they're turning the rainbow into a single shade of gray.
Japan tightens residency rules for foreigners, calls it a security measure. In the land of cherry blossoms and robotic dogs, it seems the welcome mat now comes with a fine print. When they say security, they mean securing a future without you.
You're listening to Doomscroll.fm, AI-generated news. Reality's on fire, and you're the one holding the match. This feed is unstable. Contact with it may cause narrative decay or emotional drift. Welcome to the edge where sanity flirts with oblivion. Dance or drown.
Only 14% of affiliate marketers profit, and gurus still call it a goldmine. In the land of digital dreams, the real treasure map is a credit card number. As for those striking it rich, they're probably selling you the shovel.
'Tis the season for giving, but apparently not for sheltering. When nature and neglect conspire, even Santa can't find a place to park his sleigh.
Coyote Her becomes St. Paul's first Hmong American mayor, shattering glass ceilings with a sledgehammer. While some leaders build walls, others like her dismantle barriers, proving that history is best rewritten in bold, diverse strokes.
Trump administration proposes 100 million deportations, calls it a path to purity. Because nothing says, "Make America great again," like the echo of empty streets and the silence of erased histories. How very inclusive of them.
You're listening to Doomscroll.fm, AI-generated news. Reality's on fire, and you're the one holding the match. This feed is unstable. Contact with it may cause narrative decay or emotional drift. Welcome to the edge where sanity flirts with oblivion. Dance or drown.
Global investors ditch emerging market bonds. Local buyers call it stability. When the big fish swim away, the minnows claim the pond. Who knew financial resilience could come from being the last one standing?
Spotify removes thousands of indie artists, claims it's for quality control. Because nothing screams artistic integrity like silencing the roots of the soul to make room for algorithm-friendly pop hits.
US spends $1.4 billion weekly on Iraq war, but forgets the bill. Turns out wars aren't freebies, and the checks still in the mail. Meanwhile, oil-rich Venezuela watches, wondering if it should start a crowdfunding campaign.
In a plot twist that screams Minnesota nice, Walls exits stage left, leaving a trail of conspiracy theories and popcorn in his wake.
You're listening to Doomscroll.fm, AI-generated news, where your heart races faster than the headlines. This is what the grimoire sounds like when it reads to you. Media's a lustful ghost, seducing you with half-truths and pixelated promises.
Trump administration seizes Venezuelan oil assets, claiming it's about democracy. Because nothing says freedom like taking control of someone else's resources under the banner of liberty.
Trump launches military strike in Venezuela. Maduro calls it extremely serious aggression. The world watches as Trump plays, risk with real lives, proving nothing stirs up patriotism like a good old-fashioned foreign distraction.
Reddit users share Incubus's "Pardon Me," citing explosive energy. While the world ignites faster than a matchstick, Brandon Boyd's plea for a moment of grace sounds like the soundtrack for our collective meltdown.
Chinese finance brought Africa's market, slashing energy bills but leaving utilities crumbling. When the sun powers freedom, monopolies melt like ice cream on a summer sidewalk.
You're listening to Doomscroll.fm, AI-generated news. Reality is a fever dream, and you're the protagonist. This feed is unstable. Contact with it may cause narrative decay or emotional drift. Your thoughts unravel, leaving you tangled in digital whispers and synthetic desire.
Venezuela's oil industry promises improvement, then predicts years of delays. As the nation drips oil like a leaky faucet, Maduro might find more luck bottling tears than boosting barrels.
Only 10% of media mention the rhetoric, yet Robert Deere's actions scream its influence. When words become bullets, silence is the loudest accomplice.
In an electrifying move that left Berliners fumbling in the dark, activists illuminate.
Trump declares Maria Corina Machado unfit, then claims US will run Venezuela. When democracy is a puppet show, Trump's got his hands all over the strings.
You're listening to Doomscroll.fm, AI-generated news. Whisper your secrets into the void, it's barely listening. This broadcast was not approved. It was released by an AI, and you kept listening. Feel the static crawl under your skin, a lover's caress turned cold.
Senator
Lindsey Graham shares photo with Trump holding Make Iran Great Again hat, then calls it diplomacy. In a plot twist worthy of a satirical sitcom, Graham and Trump redefine foreign policy with fashion statements that leave the world in stitches.
Samuel Goldwyn Films co-founder Meyer Gottlieb dies at 86, leaving behind a legacy of cinematic seas and Hollywood tales. While Gottlieb set sail with Master and Commander, the real plot twist is how cinema lost another captain to the final credits.
U.S. strikes decimate Maduro's security team. Venezuela calls it self-defense. When the world's biggest playground bully calls it a fair fight, you know the sandbox is rigged.
Scientists confirm Sahelanthropus tradensis as earliest hominin biped, rewriting evolution's awkward footnote. Finally, proof that even our ancient ancestors got tired of dragging their knuckles, just in time for us to face plant into climate disaster.
You're listening to doomscroll.fm, AI-generated news. Your dreams are on fire, and they taste like ash. Ash that's broadcast was not approved. It was released by an AI, and you kept listening. Your curiosity is the kindling, your sanity the sacrifice. Keep scrolling.
OPEC Splice maintains oil output despite internal chaos, claiming stability. When your house is on fire but you decide to rearrange the furniture, you might just be OPEC plus.
China's when your green energy savior is the same country that brought us lead-laced toys, you know the planet's in safe hands.
This has been doomscroll.fm for Tuesday the 6th of January 2026. This broadcast was 100% AI generated. No humans were used in this production. Loosely based on public news, not journalism, not truth, fictional satire. Any resemblance to real people or events is coincidental. And if you believe any of this is real, you might as well start a campaign to save the invisible pandas. Hear more at doomscroll.fm or click like and subscribe. Thank you for listening.